You said how I got your address? Don't even worry about that, bro. Just...
Hey, before I answer your question, I want to remind you that God's timing is different than ours. His timing is infinite and our timing is limited. So after the 7-year tribulation, something called the millennium is going to happen. The millennium takes 1,000 years, and to make it more simple, it is also known as the reign of Christ. So basically, an angel is going to come down and have the key to the abyss. The abyss is where Satan is going to be thrown into. So the angel sees Satan and he is thrown into the abyss, and he will stay in there for 1,000 years. For the 1,000 years, Jesus and his believers are going to be reigning the world. And that means there's going to be no more crying, no more depression, no more anger, no more death, and you will be immortal. But that's only for 1,000 years. After the 1,000 years, Satan is going to be released for a short time. There's going to be something called the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is basically a tattoo that goes across your forehead or your hand. Those who believe and didn't receive the mark of the beast will have their heads chopped off because of their testimony about Christ. But however, after that, they will live again. And that's called the first resurrection, the resurrection of the saved. So what happens to the ones that don't believe? The unbelievers were dead and didn't resurrect until the 1,000 years was done. They resurrected, and this is called the second resurrection. And God is so sovereign to give them another chance. So just a little overview of the millennium. God made the millennium to give another chance to those who weren't saved. God is so merciful. So after the millennium was done, they joined Christ to reign with him. After the millennium comes the last judgment. There's 2 judgments, the judgment of Satan and the judgment of the dead. I'll make a part 2.
Let me see what's under that robe.
It's you?
Yeah, come on over here so I can put that thing on you.
Oh, you're my master's wife. I can't.
That's all right. That's all right. I ain't got the mega knees, but I got them Jezebel knees.
Oh.
Oh, well, he don't know. Won't hurt him.
I think I should just go.
Come on, baby. Just give me a look.
Nah.
Come on.
Nah.
Where you? Hey.
You know, one of my gifts of the Spirit I've learned a few years ago was being a watchman. I sit, observe, and I watch a lot of things, and I stay shut, and I give it to God. That's one thing he put me in charge of. And I've seen a lot of these live footages where people look different. They do their makeup colorful. It's pretty dope. They got earrings and piercings all over or whatever. And I see people use the Lord's name in vain, talking about, oh, I rebuke that person. The Lord messed up on you. You need Jesus, and Jesus don't love you like that. And I'm over here like they're going to be the ones up on Revelation screaming out, but Lord, but Lord. And those people who look different are going to end up in heaven with him while you out here screaming. I would advise people to stop. You're not going to have them respect Jesus if you're ugly-hearted, representing the Lord's name in vain.
Are you at this time you are sleeping? It's not possible. Don't no.
Alright, so I'm leaving the hospital. Let me tell you about the power of prayer. I'm going to tell you. Actually, I'm going to show you.
Yeah, just right over there to that door and go like that. Like you turn there, come back over and sit down. And
10 days ago, I got on TikTok and I asked for prayer. He is a walking, talking miracle because of you guys. I can't thank you guys enough for making my video go viral and for all the prayers and all the comments. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. He took a bullet to his brain 10 days ago, and today he's walking. Thank you.
Here's your Christian song of the day.
Okay, so today's Christian song of the day is called Can't Take It All. And when I tell you this song's a banger, I mean it. In like every situation, going to the gym, I'm bumping this song. Going to the grocery store, I'm bumping this song. Every situation possible, I'm bumping this song because it goes that hard. Imagine a highlight tape with this song on it.
Yeah, I'm about to step in the ring for the fight of my life. Hit my knees and I strap on my gloves. Boy, I've been prepping since like I was 7. And thing is, I'm already covered in blood.
Like, come on, it's too perfect, man. Just go ahead and listen to this song. I promise you won't regret it. Go listen to it.
If you have a relationship with God, you might love this song.
Hands up, got childlike faith. Satan tryna get me, tryna prey on me. Come around my way. Put my trust in the one true king. I'ma die every day. There will be so many lovers of pleasure these final days. In these final days. I'ma meditate on the word. No better way than the word. I'ma meditate on the word. I will no longer hold on to these burdens. I was in the middle of the storm. You told me keep singing the song. You told me don't worry about it. You're with me forever. I've been reborn. I've been reborn. I'm seeking you diligently. Got my hands on the plot cause I really believe. I'ma stay here in the river. Look, I never knew that was healing for me. There's healing for me. There's healing for me.
It's just a cigarette and it cannot be that bad.
Honey, don't you love me and you know it makes me sad.
It's just a cigarette like you always used to do.
I was different then, I don't need them to be cool.
Lord, what more do I have to do? What's next? How do I get to that next level? What do you want me to do?
You need to let go.
Let go? Let go of what? What more do you want from me? What more do I have to let go of? What else do you want?
Your desire.
Lord, I've poured out my heart to you. I've given you my desires. I've given you everything. I don't understand.
You need to let go of your desire to be successful.
My desire to be successful? Are you saying that I shouldn't want to be successful?
I'm saying your desire to be a success at times is stronger than your desire to serve me. I don't understand, Lord. Gabriel, you care more about the vindication of serving me than actually worshiping me. You want people to see that you are a success, and I need you to let go of that. I need you to get to the place where even if you aren't a success, you'll serve me.
Show me the verse. Come on, don't be shy, show me the verse.
For he that speaketh in an unknown tongue speaketh not unto men, but unto God, for no man understandeth him. Howbeit in the spirit speaketh he mysteries. Now, when you're speaking in tongues, you're speaking in God's love language. And that is evidence of the Holy Spirit. As you grow in the Holy Spirit, you will come to know God's love language. And that's a good thing. Now, I will say that you do not have to speak in tongues in order to make it into heaven. But if you're going to survive spiritually here on earth, you're going to need the power of the Holy Spirit. And as you grow, you will come to know God's love language. Now, we can learn man's love language. Don't you think that it's important that we learn God's love language? Now, when it comes to speaking in tongues, there should always be an interpreter. It talks about this in the remaining part of this chapter because you're going to come off as barbaric. You're going to need that. Acts 10 also teaches us that when Peter was teaching the Gentiles, God used speaking in tongues as evidence to the Jews that the Gentiles were filled with his Holy Spirit. So, yes, you need it. You want to learn God's love language. There's nothing wrong with that.
Your faith in God will offend other Christians. Your faith in God will offend idle Christians. And your faith in God will offend lukewarm Christians. There's been so many instances where a Christian will see another Christian walking out their faith, denying their flesh, keeping God's commandments, and truly living as if the gospel is in their heart. And that Christian will get offended. I would actually argue that that's conviction. But people who aren't taking up their cross will get offended by someone who is. Some people will even see you walking out your faith as a sign of weakness. They'll say things like, you can't think for yourself. They'll think that you're conceited or that you think you're better than them. It's like everyone expects you to take your faith with the severity that they take their faith. We live in a world where it's so easy for you to not take up your cross. We live in a world where it's so easy to have one foot in heaven and one foot in hell. If your faith in God offends someone just because of how seriously you're taking it, Oh well.